I'm 79 years old, and I'm about to tell you something that will probably make you angry. Everything they told you about success, it's a con. A beautifully packaged, socially acceptable con that I fell for. For 57 years. I won. I actually won the game. Corner office, 6 figures turned into 7. Awards on the wall. Respect from people whose names you would recognize. I did everything right. And 2 years ago, on a Tuesday afternoon in March, I was sitting in my pristine home office, looking at my retirement portfolio on a screen, and I realized I'd wasted my entire life. Not failed it, wasted it. There's a difference. And if you're watching this while planning your next promotion, your next milestone, your next achievement, you need to hear what happened to me. Because I see you making the exact same mistake. Let me take you back to that morning. I'd been retired for 8 months. Sold my consulting firm for more money than I'd ever need. The deal I'd been building toward for 30 years finally closed. I should have been celebrating. Instead, I woke up every morning at 5:45, same time I'd woken up for decades, and I had nothing to do. No meetings, no emails that mattered, no problems to solve. So I did what successful people do. I optimized my retirement, bought a Peloton, joined a golf club, started a portfolio review routine, filled the calendar with things that looked like a life. That Tuesday, my daughter called. Sarah. She's 43 now. Lives in Portland. With my 2 grandchildren I barely know. She said, "Dad, Emma's school play is next Friday. I know it's last minute, but she asked if you could come. She's playing the Scarecrow." Emma, my granddaughter, 10 years old. And I'm ashamed to tell you this, but my first thought wasn't, "Of course I'll be there." My first thought was checking my calendar, as if I had something more important than watching a 10-year-old girl dress up as a scarecrow. I said I'd check. I'd see if I could make it work. Sarah went quiet. That specific kind of quiet that children give their parents when they've stopped expecting anything. She said, "It's fine, Dad. She's used to it." Then she hung up. I sat there in my office, surrounded by plaques with my name on them, degrees from prestigious universities, photos of me shaking hands with people who don't remember me anymore. And something cracked, not dramatically, not like a breakdown. It was quieter than that. It was the sound of realizing that the life you built so carefully doesn't actually contain a life. I called Sarah back, told her I'd be there. She sounded surprised. And that surprise, that's what broke me. That my own daughter was surprised I'd show up for my granddaughter. Here's what nobody tells you about success. It's a drug. And like any drug, you build tolerance. That first promotion feels incredible. The second one feels good. By the 10th, you barely notice. You just need more. Bigger title, bigger salary, bigger house. I spent 57 years chasing the next hit. I graduated from a top business school in 1968. The world told me, work hard, climb the ladder, build something, and you'll be happy. So that's what I did. 72-hour weeks became 80. 80 became normal. I missed Sarah's elementary school years, missed her middle school years. I showed up for her high school graduation late and left early for a conference call with Tokyo. My wife Linda tried to tell me. God, she tried. She'd say, "You're going to regret this." And I'd say, "I'm building our future. I'm providing." Providing. That's the word we use to justify abandonment. The truth is, I was terrified. Terrified of being average. Terrified of being forgotten. Terrified that if I stopped running, I'd have to face the fact that I didn't know who I was without the achievements. So I ran faster. I told myself I'd slow down after the next deal, after the next promotion, after the next milestone. There was always a next. Linda died 4 years ago. ovarian cancer, 68 years old. In her last month, she was in hospice. I sat by her bed every day. And you know what she talked about? Not my career, not the money, not the house. She talked about a weekend we spent in Napa in 1976, before Sarah was born. We stayed in this tiny bed and breakfast, drank cheap wine, talked until 3 in the morning. One weekend, 48 hours. That's what she remembered. I couldn't remember it. I had to pretend I did. Let me tell you exactly what I traded for my success. I traded Sarah's childhood. Every single soccer game I missed. Every parent-teacher conference Linda went to alone. Every birthday where I showed up with an expensive present instead of my presence. There's a video somewhere, I can't watch it, of Sarah's 8th birthday party. She's blowing out candles. And if you look carefully, you can see her eyes scanning the room, looking for me. I was in Frankfurt, closing a deal. She stopped looking for me after a while. I traded my marriage. Linda and I became roommates who occasionally had sex and discussed logistics. We stopped talking about dreams, stopped laughing, stopped touching each other just because. I remember she signed us up for a pottery class once, trying to do something together. I went to 2 sessions and then started working late on pottery nights. She went alone for 3 months before she quit. I never even asked her if she liked it. I traded friendships. My college roommate Mark used to call every month, just to talk, to stay connected. Those calls became annoying interruptions. I'd rush him off the phone. Eventually, he stopped calling. He died 6 years ago, heart attack at 66. I found out from a Facebook post. I didn't even know he'd gotten sick. I traded experiences for bullet points on a resume. There's a drawer in my office filled with travel itineraries. London, Singapore, Dubai, Sydney. I've been everywhere. I've seen nothing. I couldn't tell you what London smells like, what Singapore sounds like in the rain. I saw airport lounges and hotel conference rooms and the inside of black cars. Linda wanted to go to Italy. She talked about it for years. Wanted to see the Amalfi Coast, eat real pasta in a village somewhere. Just wander. I said, next year. When things slow down. Things never slow down. And now, she's gone. So here's what I need you to hear. If you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and you're grinding right now, telling yourself you'll enjoy life later. Later doesn't exist. This isn't a dress rehearsal. This is it. This is your actual life, happening right now, while you're planning for some imaginary future where everything will finally be perfect. Stop trying to impress people who don't actually care about you. Your boss will replace you in 3 weeks. Your colleagues will forget your name. The industry will move on without you. But your kids, your partner, your parents, they're watching you choose work over them right now. And they're making decisions about you based on those choices. Start saying no. I know you think you can't. I thought I couldn't either. But here's the secret. When you say no to things that don't matter, you create space for things that do. Say no to the extra project. Say no to the networking event. Say no to the Sunday emails. Say yes to dinner without your phone. Say yes to the spontaneous road trip. Say yes to the boring Tuesday afternoon with nothing to do except be with the people you love. Take the trip, right now. Not when you retire. Not when you have time. Now. Book the ticket. Pack the bag. Go. Call your parents. I don't care if it's awkward. I don't care if you don't know what to say. Call them. Because one day you'll want to call them and you can't. And that silence will haunt you. Hug your kids. Not the quick pat on the head while you're looking at your phone. Actually hold them. Feel their weight. Smell their hair. They won't be this size again. The world doesn't need more successful people. It needs more present people. I'm 79 years old now. I flew to Portland for Emma's school play. She was a brilliant scarecrow. Forgot half her lines, improvised, got a standing ovation from the other parents. After the show, she ran up to me, hugged me, said, "Grandpa, you came," like it was a miracle. I try to see her once a month now. Sarah and I are learning how to talk to each other again. It's awkward sometimes. There's a lot of years to make up for, but we're trying. I spend my days differently now. I read, I walk, I call old friends, the ones who'll still talk to me. I'm learning to just be without needing to achieve something. It feels wrong sometimes. My brain still tells me I should be productive, should be optimizing, should be building towards something. But I'm not building anymore. I'm just living. And it's both too late and just in time. So I want you to ask yourself something, right now. Be honest. If you died tomorrow, would the people you love most know that they mattered more than your career? Would your kids say, "My parent was always there"? Or would they say, "My parent was successful"? Because I promise you, and I'm running out of time to be wrong about this, the second one is a tragedy dressed up as an achievement. You still have time. Don't waste it like I did. If this hit you the way it hit me when I finally understood it, don't just close this video and go back to the grind. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Someone who's choosing their career over their life right now. Maybe it's you. Leave a comment telling me what's the one thing you're going to change this week. Not next year, this week. And if you want more of these raw, unfiltered conversations about what actually matters before it's too late, subscribe. Because I've got more to say while I still can. You still have time. Don't waste it.